Okay, it looks like we have finally made it into the game after all those trials and tribulations. I am once again Lava Down Under, joined by the wonderful KBO. How you doing?
Doing well.
Excellent.
Doing well.
We've got E's Disciples versus Out of Her League. This is game 2. Whoever loses this is out. Right out. Does not get to compete for a spot in that Division 1. The part of the league which feeds into MLG, where everybody wants to be. Everybody's beautiful there. Everything's fine and great and so on, and so that's where you want to be.
Reserve time.
So yeah, pretty much that's the state of things. What do you think, getting into this, what do you think E's Disciples, do they need to change up their draft? It felt like they had a lot of trouble against the Beastmaster, but I don't know whether that was underestimating it.
I mean, if they're looking specifically at last game, yeah, the offlane kind of had a free time and like went crazy against their safe lane, but I don't know if their draft was necessarily like poor or anything. They just kind of messed up early and then couldn't really recover from it. I guess when they were behind, they kind of made mistakes. Can you hear the college kids screaming in the background, by the way?
I couldn't initially,
Okay,
but the stream will tell us if you hear screaming people stream. Please tell us so we know.
Yeah, it's
Why are
dorm
people
life,
screaming
so
in your background?
I don't know. My window's open and there's just people screaming. But
Well.
anyway, I think they messed up a couple times when they were behind and they were trying to avoid them, but kind of got caught out anyway. Instead of just staying spread out on the map. But like mid lane, when they had the tier 1 tower still, they should have just let that go, I think.
Yep.
Oh, they first picked Doom. Wow.
Yeah, they opened with a Doom. I don't believe it was E's Disciples who did this the other day. I think it was actually one of the Americas. It was the Americas team. I have seen Doom played again in all of the different positions, but I saw him played as a position 4, ganking roaming Doom.
Oh.
It was the most fantastic thing I've ever seen.
I hate Doom. I think Doom is boring. But
why? Just because Doom is...
just flashbacks from TI4.
No.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like Doom's obviously a strong hero, but maybe he wasn't strong last patch, but maybe he's strong now. We'll see. I know No Tail played him position 1 a couple days ago, but
yeah, he seems to be a very flexible hero, and it often sounds like the best way to counter a Doom is just to pick up like 3 cores or something, and then it doesn't matter if one gets
Who he has to
Doom.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, but Clockwork Dazzle, I mean, already.
Yeah, if Doom is safe lane, Clockwork owns Doom.
And also, it feels like already with just a Clockwork and Dazzle, you're probably, between the two of them, you already are making those hard decisions of who do I do.
Right. I would probably Doom the Dazzle, but we'll see. They might pull out somebody who definitely needs to get Doom. But they have a lot of single target already. Like a Doom Laguna is pretty much a delete over here. I don't even know if that's worth it to use it on both.
Yeah.
Both on the same person.
Definitely feels like E's Disciples coming out strong with they can smoke gank, those two can roam if they when they get their blink daggers up and go slay business. It's gonna be forced to be reckoned with, but of course they have to make it to the part of the game where they can. And Huskal banned out, kind of interesting to see.
If they just picked a Dazzle, I don't know. That's just being safe.
The other thing that I find to be interesting about the Huskal ban out is I feel like when he gets doomed, doesn't he have a... I mean, actually, that's not true. While the doom is pure damage, it no longer has the break, right? It got... No.
Yeah, the passes are not disabled
so
anymore.
Never mind. Few patches back there. The PL banned out makes a lot of sense. Nobody wants to deal with that guy. Bit of a pain in the ass, and... Yeah. Now, if you're out of your league, is there a carry that does a bit better against a Doom than other carries?
Against Doom? Maybe people who like don't really care if they get Doom. Like I think of like Dragon Knight or something. If they're already ulted, they don't really care. They just keep hitting, and then I don't know. It could go anyway. But obviously, no one wants to get Doom, so.
Yeah. 100%. But yeah, sometimes some people do better than others.
Yeah.
The Lone
Dragon
Druid.
Knight's obviously probably not gonna get picked, but.
Yeah. So what's up with this Lone Druid ban out? I know he got changed a little bit. The Summon Bear got a little bit better because the cooldown is reduced at most levels down to the max level reduction, and he got a bit of a buff, I thought, to his damage. But is that really enough to make him ban-worthy?
Well, if they have a Lone Druid player, those buffs specifically will make those Lone Druid players like way more scarier. Like little things like that can make your hero, make you excel like way better on your hero that you love playing. So I don't know if they just know that somebody plays Lone Druid on their team, but
It also might be right. You have to doom the druid, but the bear might have all the items, or vice versa. It's like, does he kind of deal with a doom a bit, or am I crazy?
dooming a bear is totally worth it. Like that's no, that's like huge. That
Okay.
yeah, that's like a good thing. But
I haven't seen it before. I'm not a lone
think-
druid expert.
yeah, I think
5 seconds
dooming bear is
remaining.
totally fine. But I don't think they're gonna pick Lone Druid, or
Reserve
maybe
time.
they just saw that coming. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
maybe that's
Ancient
just-
Apparition, that's a pretty strong lane. Dazzle Ancient Apparition. That's a safe lane.
Yeah.
The support duos, it's a lot of zoning, a lot of good pulling. Dazzle can just sit in the jungle and pull.
Yep. So gonna be good. I also just love AA. AA is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I just think that he's very powerful. Obviously, the Ice Blast stopping all that regen, and it's something where you can play pretty far away from the team fight and still have good game impact. So you can be doing. I mean, AA isn't a super strong pusher, of course, but he can be having impact elsewhere while he's involved in a fight.
Radiant
And then it's the
team
Ogre Magi. Excited to see him this time for E's Disciples. I don't know if they'll have the big Bloodlust combos that we saw last game. Doom could pick up a passive that helps him out, right?
Yeah, the crit with Bloodlust would probably be pretty good, so
Yeah.
we'll see. But I'm interested who they're gonna pick to lane against
Wind Ranger
Lina.
at your service.
That's probably the one, unless
Dire
they're
team
gonna safe lane the Wind Ranger. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure Lina beats Windrunner mid, but Windrunner's pretty Wind Ranger. Sorry, it's
You can say
pretty
whatever.
popular. Yeah, it's a pretty popular pub hero too now. Like, just wins your lane, pretty easy to rotate with and make stuff happen, and does really well late game. Like, you go off.
10
I do
seconds
wonder though,
remaining.
with the Windrunner pickup, you've got a Dazzle. AA does give you that buff at least to
5
killing the
seconds
creeps. Do we see
remaining.
another maybe push lineup coming if they pick up something like a Luna for out of our league?
Reserve time.
Maybe they want somebody to get a mech, so they might think about the Razor again. Oh, the Razor's banned. Never mind. But maybe a mech hero that can farm at safe lane.
Yeah.
For that timing, but they're looking pretty squishy right now against Selena.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Other than the clockwork, not super tanky, and as you mentioned, Lena just needs that Yule. She can pick most of these heroes off even though the Shallow Grave comes out. And a Rubik.
Radiant
That's a
team
really good
ban.
pick. That, like, everybody on the Radiant right now has stuff that's worth stealing,
Yeah, and
basically.
helps against the clockwork, that 0 cost point. You can
Yeah.
throw him out of the cogs if he's on one of your allies. And yeah, gonna force probably just with this. Well, actually, it's interesting. I was gonna
10
say just with this
seconds
Rubik and Ogre Magi Windrunner, we might be seeing her go BKB. But of course, it's always funny when you go the
5
BKB
seconds
against a Doom.
Yeah, the BKB. Well, it's it's
Reserve
pretty good
time.
item on Wind Ranger anyway, because you basically become immortal damage. But Doom is obviously and Lena is pretty
Dire
good at
team ban.
Yeah.
getting through that.
So Ember ban out, and something else that's kind of interesting about E Disciples bans, they banned a lot of pushing heroes as well. Oh, and of course, yeah,
Radiant
with the AA
team
pickup, you always have to ban something
Oh yeah,
like the
that was a good
Spectre.
ban.
Yeah, that I forgot about that. But this is just the whole. Whenever you have a global hero like AA or a Zeus or something, you always have to watch out for another global hero coming out, like the Spectre, who can just be on the enemies. Maybe an Ice Blast hits someone low in the jungle, and then they're blown up. So.
We might see. Let's see.
10
Who's
seconds remaining.
good this patch now.
A lot of
Let me
people
look at
got
the-
tweaked. We're not even sure
5
who's good, right?
seconds.
Yeah,
It
right,
could be that like
who's-
somebody.
who's good.
Yeah, it could be something like I've seen.
Reserve time.
Okay,
okay.
I wasn't going to say that. Okay, so I don't actually.
Didn't see that coming. Who's
Yeah.
the Meepo player? Is that
I
Blaze?
I don't know. It's Blaze or German or Ingman. They're the cool players.
Well, I used to play a good deal of Meepo, so this
Yeah,
is...
is that where your MMR is from, or?
That got me a lot through
Yeah.
4K, that's for sure. But
So, I mean, is he good against these heroes? It feels like.
he's pretty. Yeah, this is like. Wow, this is like a
5
dream team to go up
seconds
against
remaining.
Meepo actually, because they have nothing to deal with him. Like, they have pretty good single target, but I mean, if he's a good Meepo player, there's really nothing that's a good pick. But we'll see. If Meepo goes off, I don't really know what they're gonna do. Meepo's still good. Like, if you get a good start with Meepo, it's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I am.
As soon as he gets blink ags, he's just gonna blink poof, kill one person, and then just run away.
I'm pretty excited to see this. It's not something I've seen much of. Oh, I haven't crashed yet, but it still could be happening. And I'm really interested. As you said, they've picked up a lot of these single target blow-up spells, but that's difficult against the Meepo. Doesn't he also have a little bit of an increased magical resistance than most
Yeah,
people?
he does.
Yeah.
He has 35. Everybody else starts with, I think, like 15 less than that, or 25. Yeah, 10 less. So,
Gonna help
let's
him
see.
a little bit
He's actually
here.
going mid, so he's gonna have to be against Lena. But mid Meepo is really, really, really strong because as soon as he hits level 3, he's gonna start sacking for himself, and around once he gets level 3 poof, he can start taking those and really, really like excel his farming speed compared to like a lot of players. But, I'm interested if he can pull off a kill against Lena because
Yeah, it
it's
feels.
definitely doable, especially with the nerfed Light Strike away.
Yeah. Less damage here gonna hurt her quite a bit, and probably also she's gonna have maybe some trouble just with one little bit out of position, and a Meepo can
30
blow you up.
seconds to
So
battle.
Yeah.
either way, not
But-
seeing any interesting initial item pickups. So I'm really interested. I don't know who should win this lane. I am not a Meepo aficionado. Not gonna lie, I'm not a Meepo expert. I
I haven't played Meepo in like 2 years, but
Yeah. He's probably the
definitely
same,
know that.
except
yeah,
nerfed
no,
a bunch.
it's basically the same. The biggest nerf to him recently is the cooldown on his timer. He used
The
to have
battle
like
begins.
I think it was like 20% less
Ready to burn.
like cooldown timer than everybody else, and it was, or there was like no cap to it or something. And so, but now he like, well, if he dies later in the game, it's a big deal compared to not being as crazy as before.
Yeah.
But let's see, he got the bottle right away, so
Yeah, it's gonna be Proof City up in here. He actually has Proof leveled already, not that net, and we'll see. I guess it's called Earthbind, not net. Pingvachek actually trying to hit something. Ogre Magi is there as well. Oh, my game getting a bit fuzzy. Teddy coming in with those ignites, and if Teddy sits here, I think the Meepo loses. How does the PA
Yeah.
help against the Meepo, or does it at all?
I mean, it's pretty good at just like jumping on one Meepo that might be out of position and then like killing it really quick. But I'm wondering if she'll go Battle Fury or not. Obviously, that looks good on paper to have AoE flash against a bunch of Meepos, but it might be even better just to get a bunch of stats and then like just kill one Meepo quick with Laguna plus PA.
And Teddy actually going to get turned around a bit on here. This cold, chilling touch doing a lot of damage, but he's going to walk it off. He has boots first. I neglected to mention that. Also, we're going to have really late player introductions. We've got German player on the Clockwork. He is in fact German. I checked that out last game because I was concerned after being lied to by Indonesia team. We got Ingman on that Windrunner, Pelican on the Dazzle. We've got Meepo being played by Blazemon, who's actually taking quite a lot of damage in here. Can the Light Striker reconnect? There's also Dragon Slave. He's popped a second Meepo who puts out that Earthbind. Maybe they go on that one instead, but it seems like they would have split the damage there. They can force both of them home. The Light Striker Ray does connect. They have a Dragon Slave. We've already took. There's the poof, though. He's going to get out.
Well done. That was well
And-
played by him.
Yeah, and then we're going to have Pingachek, Teddy, Pingachek on Lena, Teddy on that support Ogre Magi again for E's Disciples, McGraw on that Phantom Assassin, Maui on Rubik, and finally Doom offlane being played by Top. That's another thing I wanted to ask about. I feel like Doom, despite getting some buffs to that Scorched Earth, not a viable solo offlaner right now.
Well, it's kind of the same thing as the Legion Commander because Doom can always just go to jungle.
Okay, Doom might
Like, you
actually
don't-
go down here. He just had to
Yeah.
eat some trees to get away. He has no armor because he's a Doom, and he's gonna... Oh, the Shackle doesn't latch. Oh, he goes down. That's her first blood. Power shot
Yeah, I
taking
think
it.
he-
Tower is
Should have
under
Scorched
attack.
Earth when he was trading with the
Dazzle.
the Dazzle, but Oh, the clock actually died at the same time.
Yeah, all three of them came. It looks like I think Ogre Magi had a haste, yeah, and just managed to help knock him out. So, yeah. We're talking about Doom, viable offlaner, solo offlaner.
Yeah, it's kind of, he's not gonna like own the lane or something like a Clockwork might, or you know, like a Tusk who can like kill the solo supports or something, but he's gonna do his job differently by just like, you know, getting experience, getting what he needs, and then because he can always go to jungle, so that's the mentality, I think. Because it's kind of weird where you would put him, because you don't really want to have to put him in the safe lane, so off lane is just kind of convenient.
Yep. So it's also something where probably not as much this game, but definitely if things calm down a little bit, he should be able to eat a creep in the jungle. Although he's actually abandoned the off lane.
Yeah, that's probably the right choice.
And he's got Hellbear Smasher business. He's got Swiftness Aura. I like it. In the meantime, in this mid lane, it looks like Lina is winning a little bit. Meepo, though, I've seen him go into the jungle for at least a little bit, and that's another thing we haven't talked about. He's stacking, and he's gonna get fat.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's gonna, like, the early CS right now doesn't really matter, because in like 2-3 minutes he's gonna probably be caught all the way up, if not double what Lina has.
Yeah.
Maybe, especially level-wise, like, he's staying at the same level Lina is right now, which is really good, and the Ogre backed off when he was, like, zoning him pretty decently. I think he, again, should have stayed mid. The Ogre's like, it's pretty good to just like zone out the mid laner, but
yeah, I think he's opting for some experience, hoping to get more early levels, but as you said, I don't know whether that's gonna pay off. You want to really shut down this Meepo.
Okay, yeah, because Doom went to the jungle, so the Ogre's going to the offlane. Okay.
So, but here comes Windrunner. She is fat, has a DD. Where is gonna be the shackle shot? She doesn't even need it. Pinkacheck gonna go down. A little bit of the little mini stun on the shackle that doesn't latch gonna work out. It's not really a mini stun. It's just short.
Yeah. That was good rotation. I'm surprised he actually, the safe laner, went all the way mid, but I guess no one has wards on the river at all, so.
Yeah, and this is another thing that's really weird. Wards for everyone. First of all, I don't see any red wards unless I'm missing something. And old Clockwork, way out of position. Not quite sure how he got here. Ogre Magi goes down in the meantime, but the German player should certainly be falling. Shallowgrave coming up, but they should have more than enough to finish him off. I'm not quite sure why they're not going on it. Do they think the Dot's gonna get it? I don't know. Not gonna be any Dot. In the meantime, Doom picks off the Clockwork coming out of nowhere, and we're gonna see Pelican fall as well. I'm apparently constantly focusing my camera on the longest kill. So suddenly we're 3 for 3. And this game already more action-packed than that last game.
Yeah, the Ogre was like hitting the safe or the small camp after the Windrunner rotated mid. I'm not sure why he didn't expect the Windrunner to come right back to the bot lane, but he was just sitting there. Did you catch that kill or no?
No, I did not.
Okay, yeah.
That was
He was
weird
just, like,
stuff in
chilling.
bottom.
Yeah, I don't know what or where he thought the Windranger was, but yeah, he just went back to lane, and then the Doom was coming to kill the clock. That's why they gave up on him, I think.
So, yeah, I didn't notice that rotation. I was just like, why you let him? Okay, fine, just let him leave. It's fine with me. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing Meepo already level 6. He's doing pretty well for himself. He's got quadruple stack, just chillaxing in the woods. And the other nice thing about the Meepo and the stacks is that his team can also make him stacks. He can make him stacks. He's not a hero, or Windrunner isn't a hero who can take stacks very easily, so it feels
it's
like
all gonna go to Meepo.
Yeah. He's gonna get huge standing.
He's gonna go take those now, after he's got level 4 poof, so.
Yeah, and
He's gonna
Pelican,
take 2 poofs and then he'll get them.
Pelican tried to gank Pelican on this Dazzle in mid, but not able to make it latch. I'm a little bit surprised. I've seen this out of E's Disciples and out of our league. Both teams I've seen before invade their enemies' jungles looking for those stacks. So
Yeah, you have to expect that with Meepo, but they might just think they can't do anything about it, but
in the
they
meantime,
probably know he's in there right now.
yeah, we're going to switch over to net worth, and we can see it is a dominant performance for this Radiant side of out of our league. Already, just from farming pretty much, about 1,000 gold and experience ahead. And Meepo will just... he's
he's already caught
hero. Yeah. Does he taper off eventually, or is he just always scary old game?
No, he like, eventually when the other carries can, like, deal with him, he definitely falls off. People think that Meepo's, like, crazy hard carry. He's just, like, really good at getting fat fast, you know? So he looks like a really hard carry. But, even net worth, I'm pretty sure PA will own Meepo if he can just like hit him a couple times.
Yeah, and it'll also be interesting to see exactly what build Phantom Assassin goes. If you're forming like a million years ahead of your opponents, I've seen folks go Battle Fury, but generally in more professional games where that often doesn't happen, otherwise you've already won the game, you probably pick up maybe a Vlad's or at least some type of lifesteal, and then I don't know, Basher maybe immediately, because you're a hero that can fight pretty early, it feels like. Actually, a Doom coming out on Windrunner. They also have the nice little, like, Scorched Earth to speed up the Doom. Windrunner's probably going to go down, but there is the big fat deny. He put the Chilling Touch on knowing he needed to deny. It was a very nice play from AA, so, yeah.
That was well done.
Yep. And that is first Doom of the game, not amounting to much. It's still nice because you did make her lose some gold, but of course you want to kill.
Yeah, unfortunate that it got denied, but he still has to go back to base, wasting farming time.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But
Meepo's looking for a gank on Pingvachek, and Pingvachek's gonna go down here, most certainly. They actually go in on Dazzle, but Dazzle pops the Shallow Grave. They're gonna waste too much time. Teddy is now in a lot of trouble. Meepo's probably gonna poof in. He wants Pingvachek. The Earthbind does manage to hit, and Pingvachek is gonna get poofed all over. Also, those Geomonster, does he have 1 point? Yeah, just slowing her down. Teddy is like, oh, I don't want to be here anymore, but it actually is gonna be A-okay, and Doom trying to take this stack. I don't think he can. I think
he might be able to
ignite.
with the Scorch Earth. He's got a while left on the Scorch Earth, so.
Wow. And yeah, we're 4 for 4 again because Dazzle actually did eventually fall. I believe the dot on the ignite eventually took him down. But now both.
Oh, Doom might die.
Hookshot up top onto McGraw. McGraw's most. Oh, she actually managed to blink and dodge the wind run, but at the same time she's going to be taking a lot of damage to the battery assault. The cogs are up, so McGraw might be going down here. There is a Shackle which doesn't latch. Can McGraw jump? No, she can't get over to Nai, and at the same time, Doom, you're going down. 2 Meepo, 1 lost poof. This Meepo already 3-0, proving that he is very effective, and the Rubik goes down top after the Doom kill. Suddenly, out of her league, pulling ahead. Windrunner, she doesn't have another Windrun for 3 seconds, but I don't think that this Ogre Magi can kill her, certainly not with German player around.
The Doom was like hitting that stack, and the AA ulted top, and then saw the Doom like hitting the stack, and then Meepo just ran down there and killed him.
Yeah, that's always really rough. AA's Blast, of course, giving vision along the path line, and sometimes you find things, and you give them a nice frostbite debuff that they don't want. So, Ogre Magi really needs. Actually, I don't know what build he's going. I always get multicast at level 6 because I'm really lucky, but I feel like, you know, he does need a bit more levels. That multicast, that is kind of that randomness
I think you always
factor.
get it at level 6.
Oh, we have an aggressive go onto this AA. Probably going to go down here. No Shallow Grave even being bothered. I think Dazzle realizing if he sticks around, he's going to go down as well. So a nice quick kill for EE's Disciples, and probably gonna, yeah, just a nice little bit of gold for them. Almost 800, and gonna tie things up.
Meepo's gonna get a really quick Ags. Maybe like a 13-14 minute. Maybe in like 12, but
yeah, particularly
some
impressive.
people go Blink first, but I think it's definitely better to go Ags like 70% of the time.
It tanks
Because
you
then
all
you farm
up.
your Blink. Yeah, and then you farm your Blink like in like a minute and a half actually.
So Meepo getting really big. Up
Ooh,
top we have some
overkill
action
that.
though. Laguna Blade onto
Nice.
Clockwork. Looks like he almost killed up Teddy, and there's an AA Blast searching for Teddy's head, but Teddy TPing out. He's gonna be fine. Pingvachek not even hit by that. So a nice little gank, and they're getting back into this game. It is hard. I mean, you're playing against the Meepo. It feels like you're just gonna be net worth behind, but
Meepo might get picked off here.
yeah, it's really weird. They see him, they lift. Do they have the Doom? It looks like they've used the Scorched Earth. They are going to Doom that Meepo, so he's not getting out, but maybe his other Meepos can come in and poof in, and they do. Immediately Earthbinding up top. Now Top's in a lot of trouble. He'll also be taking the Geomonster Strike. I think he's going to go down. The Power Shot gets him, and this Meepo not even going to die. Even though it's pure damage, it's almost gone. It's level 1 Doom.
That was really well played.
So, yeah, I think they needed more folks if they wanted to try and kill a Meepo, especially right under that tier 3 tower, you know?
Radiant's middle
Tier
tower
1
is
tower.
under attack.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the Lena went. Wasn't she with them there? But
I think she might have still been top, doing top things, and just
Oh.
TP'd in, so.
I thought they were all 3 together, but maybe I was wrong. Or the PA didn't go. Who knows?
Yeah, the PA didn't go. She was,
Okay.
I don't know why she didn't go. Meepo finding Teddy,
Oh,
there's gonna be an
Ogre's gonna
Earthbind, looks like there's gonna be poofs in. Teddy falling so fast, and we haven't talked about this combo, but we had this shadow wave with all the Meepos, right?
Yeah, it's really strong. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a nice
And this
little combo.
this ward is pretty cool right here. That's like really hard to see. You might miss that if you're dewarding.
Not only that, it's a little bit out of the way. The normal ward vision ones
Right.
don't hit it, that you have to place a little bit too far to the right. So
And that still sees Rune actually,
Yep.
so that's pretty good.
gonna remember that one for
Yeah.
when I'm
totally.
getting dewarded in pubs. In the meantime, things calming down a little bit. We've got probably about a 3,000 gold and 4,000 experience lead for this side of out of our league.
Oh,
Dire's
Ancient
middle
Apparition
tower
actually
is
has a
under
Midas. I
attack.
didn't even notice that. That's really, really huge. That's
Yeah.
super early
That's
for
actually
support.
pretty insane. What is his
Yeah.
BPM? Yeah, 250 on it. Okay, well, he's doing
And he's
really well.
0 and-
Oh, there's
oh,
going to be a hook
lovely.
shot in onto Doom, and there's a Windrunner working on it. Doom is most certainly dead. They're doing some good work as well. They get the clockwork, so somewhat even, but of course the Doom went down first, and Doom needs these levels. He's been having a really rough time everywhere, so...
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, that was
is under
probably
attack.
a better trade for the Radiant because Doom's trying to get his Midas, and that definitely sets him off like a minute,
Yeah.
2
You know,
minutes
you're,
maybe. So
you know you're having trouble when the AA has a Midas before you, and
yeah, exactly. I didn't even notice his farm is actually nuts. He has 50 CS. It's
yes,
pretty
he
crazy.
has a lot of CS just because there was the rotations by Windrunner, and also they've been ganking a lot where the AA TP'd in a few times. So gonna be helpful there. At the same time, Phantom Assassin is doing okay, has decided to go Helm of the Dominator, gonna help her get up either stacks or just make sure she gets lifesteal. The dagger now gives you the attack modifier, so you know, if you're in a bind, maybe you can lifesteal some. It's hard with
Oh,
an AA though.
Yeah, that's true. But I think there's some cooler stuff to get than the
Oh yeah,
than
yeah.
the lifesteal.
So-
I wonder if he'll go Saint Yasha or like.
Or straight basher. I'm not really sure. It feels like you're one of those heroes as PA that you can actually fight quite early just because your ult gives mad team fight with those crits, but maybe not gonna go for it. In other news, I see we've got new folks on the stream. Once again, this is the Join Dota League playoffs. This is the lower bracket. EE's Disciples is down 1 game, and if they lose this game, they're out of Division 1 playoffs, but either way, I'm Llama Down Under, joined by the wonderful KVO, and would love any feedback on how to cost better, so... Anyway, getting back into this game, nice AA blast on Doom. He actually is
The
losing
gank
a
bot.
lot of health. Yeah, they might be able to hit this. Are they going to land the Light Strike Array? They do, just on the edge. And they use the Laguna Blade as well. The Searing, the Burn gonna... Oh yeah, they have more than enough to cat Ingman. I was a little bit worried, but they did throw her up in the air while wasting that duration of Windrun. So,
Yeah, I think Dazzle TP'd right away, but I don't think there was any chance of getting out of there.
so
There's no lane ward bottom, so a little sketchy farming there. That deep.
yeah,
But,
and again, the Dire, they have no wards on the map.
yeah.
EE's Disciples, I don't know whether they're just deciding they don't care for
Dire's
wards.
middle
I
tower
swear I
is
saw
under attack.
Rubik purchase
They just
some.
placed
Dire's
one
bottom
in
tower
their
is under
enemy
attack.
jungle, but I think they got D-ward on the mid lane. The Radiant got a
Yeah.
nice one at the top of their hill, but yeah, unfortunately they can't seem to keep the vision game, or like keep winning the vision game.
So, either way, gonna be
Doom
seeing...
finally got his Midas though, so
Yeah, and that'll help him. He is a hero that can actually accelerate his farm greatly with the Devour and the Midas. It's just not quite what we're seeing here. German player almost has that Blade Mail, and it's going to be an acceptable timing for him. Oh, that wasn't a stack. Okay, never mind. Meepo's just farming the Dire jungle. Is this a smoke? What? No, they're just farming together. So they might run into the Meepo up here, but if just Ogre Magi runs in, I don't think he
Dire's
can
bottom
kill.
tower is under
He does have
attack.
that multi-coast max out Fire Blast. He's gonna see the Blazemon. Blazemon could throw out that Earthbind. They have backup. Where's gonna be the Doom? There's finally... No, there's just actually the stun. One of these babies is doomed. Meepo's taking quite a bit of damage, but so is Doom, and now Doom might go down. There's an AA Blast that hits. They finally take out the raid boss of Meepo. Ogre Magi taking a lot of damage from the Ice Blast, but I think German player gonna get out just fine. They actually try to cut down the trees
he
to
used
catch
Hook
up.
Shot.
Has fallen.
Yeah. Because Lena had a haste, but she couldn't get around the
Oh,
fog.
Haste Jules, yeah.
So. And maybe they're gonna go on this AA mid. There is a Phantom Assassin jump in.
Yep.
She goes for it. The Cold Feet gonna come out, but can she kill LeBron in time? Maybe not. She has another dagger that she throws before she gets Cold Feeted. Is under tower with that, but Max Blur, a couple of those missing. Although amp damage with the Dazzle there. And suddenly weird, 10-10.
Yeah,
All-
that's gonna help him catch up a lot. Doom got a ton of experience from that, almost level 11.
Yeah.
And let's see if he goes.
Radiant's top tower is
Probably
under
go Blink. He might go straight Ags, but
Radiant structures are fortified.
So, gonna be nice for them to get this, and I think experience and net worth not quite back to 0 just because of how effective Meepo has been
Dire's
around the
bottom
map,
tower is
but
under
getting
attack.
very close to being back to even. So,
and Meepo. Oh, he almost has Blink, but not yet.
I
Once
think
he has
that
Blink,
death pushed him away from it.
yeah. once he has Blink, it's gonna be
Dire's middle tower is
pretty
under
hard to
attack.
be a support on the Dire. Like,
As
it's
tanky
just
as Ogre
one-
is, he's not
yeah,
that tanky.
No, he will die like very quick.
So either way, let's just do a quick look at item pickups. We've just got Tranquils and a Soul Ring on Ogre. Doom has that Midas we talked about. What do you think he's going this game? Is an Ags a necessity? I've seen some folks skip it in favor of Blink, but if he was going Blink, I think Doom would have bought it by now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not sure. He might go straight Ags. He could go Blink,
Dire's
Shivas.
top tower is under attack.
I've seen some weird stuff, but I'm sure he's gonna buy something soon. He might go like Shadow Blade or something. I guess that's popular, but I'm sure he would have bought that already.
Lena has over 3/4 of the way to her Aghanims. Windrunner already has her Ag, so nice timing on that. Of course, she got free farm in bottom lane, but always good to have that timing. And Phantom,
And
not-
he is going Saint Janyasha on yeah.
I understand it'll let her attack and farm, or farm better, let her attack be in team fights earlier, but
It's
I
just
don't know.
like perfect stats for PA. Like that's a good item, and you can apply it on the dagger too.
Is
So
under attack.
yeah. Ancient Apparition, though, also is halfway to his Aghanim Scepter,
yeah,
and
that's
that's
insane.
actually
This guy's
terrifying.
doing really well. That's like game
Yeah.
winning on the AA right there.
100%. I would be really scared, especially since you did go Lifesteal. I don't think Lifesteal's bad on Phantom Assassin, but of course, you have to play very carefully now because there is an AA in this game.
Yeah.
So, a little bit scared for them. And even heroes like Doom, you know, Doom wants to stand there and take it and heal up a little bit with a Scorched Earth, but he can't.
Yeah, I'm actually curious if Windrunner will think about like a Silver Edge or something for PA because
Oh, Ogre Magi gonna be seen
yeah.
by the hookshot man, and there is, oh, a nice shackle. That
Shackle.
latch is pretty long. There's gonna be the focus fire. Actually, they managed to pull out the German player, pulling him towards Teddy, and there is a Laguna Blade, and that is a failed gank out of those two. Bit
yeah, that was a little
overextended.
sketchy going on the tier 2 tower right there. So
But everybody gets hit by that AA blast, and as we said, halfway to Aghanims, almost level 11 on the AA. Meepo, of course, is Blink and level 15, but that's just Meepo things. Dazzled Boots, nothing much. Clockwork got, working on a 4-staff now, got up the Blade Mail. Yeah, really interesting.
the Meepo is actually really funny. The clock is a good timer to tell if you're doing good on Meepo or not, because if you're having a good game, you should be the same level as the clock, basically all the way to level 25.
Yeah.
Like, you can go level to level, minute to minute. It's actually nuts. But he's doing well for himself right now, considering the game. They're a little bit behind, but he might be able to pull this out if he can kill PA a couple times.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed by E's Disciples for evening things up, just considering that there is a Meepo who you expect to just be getting so much more out of the map. And,
Yeah.
Phantom...
PA's gonna have to go Blink, sorry, BKB, because after her Saint Janyasha, because Meepo's gonna get a Sheepstick, I am assuming, after, or like right now probably. He's probably gonna go
Dire's
Sheepstick, so
structures are fortified.
What about...
Ooh, mistook
we're
shot.
gonna have an engagement in middle. They actually throw out the dagger. Ingman now uses the wind run, so gonna just walk it off, and they don't want this engagement. We've got stolen by Rubik, just the rocket flare.
that's really
so-
good.
It is actually really good. How come? Just for extra
Oh yeah,
harass, or...
no, the vision, it's like, it's really strong. The 10 seconds providing vision in that area, so.
And now he does do an interesting smoke behind their tower. Luckily, no rocket flares being thrown there. They're actually, they drew towards Meepo, but they're gonna catch AA. This is gonna be
AA should
LeBron
be
that they're
dead.
gonna see. And yeah, multicaster, work it out, and find. Oh, Doom actually gets it. I thought PA stole it with the dagger, but no such luck. And now you're fighting 4v5. Maybe you can do something, but against a Meepo, is it really 4v5?
They might just want to get Roche right now. Meepo could take the tower if he realizes that they're in there. And the top
gosh.
lane, I mean.
Dire's
Not only could Meepo take the tower, he knows they're in
Oh.
there. He's gonna throw out an Earthbind. He sees them. And the other issue I find here is, yeah, AA is dead for 24 seconds, but oh, they'll take the Roche Boss on this. Meepo, can he do a blink poof in play?
He might try and do something.
Oh, he's done another Earthbind. Oh, there's the hook shot in onto Teddy. Teddy is most certainly going down. They immediately
he's
doom
down.
up German, but he might take the Aegis away from them. Who's gonna get this
Meepo got
Aegis?
that.
I don't know. Meepo does pick it
Nice.
up. He gets the kill on the Aegis on the Roche as well. And this is a devastating fight for E's Disciples. They just lost so many. They're gonna lose the Rubik as well. Only the Lena, who was kind of not involved at all, is gonna get out, and that is
Wow.
devastating.
I think as soon as you saw the first net is when you back up, because hookshot plus Meepo
Dire's
blinked
middle
with
tower
like,
is under
yeah,
attack.
they have a lot of ways of getting in there.
Yeah. I feel like knowing that they have so much AoE in that small space, I mean, both teams Actually, no. It's much better for out of our league to be playing in the Roche pit.
Yeah.
I think when you're
Yeah.
at that disadvantage, you just have to give it up sometimes. So
Yeah, and Windrunner is actually getting a Silver Edge. I wasn't sure if she was going to do it or not, but she just bought a Shadow Blade, so
Yep.
the
And-
PA is going to be countered pretty hard until she gets a BKB.
And Silver Edge does not miss on that first attack, so we'll
Right.
always be getting rid of that blood buff. So PA's game just got a hell of a lot harder, or will be getting a hell of a lot harder. So Meepo has, yeah, he's going the sheep stick, and it's looking really scary for the side of E's disciples. I mean, it felt like it was really even for a little while, and then things snowballing, especially after that Roshan. Phantom Assassin still doesn't have her Sanjin Yasha.
Right, the PA is falling a little bit behind, and the hook shot on Doom actually in their jungle.
Yeah,
gonna
he's gonna
Shivas.
get caught out. He does have the Shivas, but that's just gonna delay the inevitable. And Power Shot gets it before the A Blast can, so. I was kind of surprised Doom went Shiva's second, or arguably first item after Boots.
Yeah, Doom has a mana problem, but Blink with the War Stomp is pretty good, I think, with the Doom follow-up, but
And
Shivas
again,
is pretty common. It's not like super weird they did that, but
despite the lack of having a kind of push-oriented lineup with just the Windrunner and the Emilion Meepos, they're already ready to siege the base. 24-minute racks, and we're seeing this again. There's a nice Earthbind coming out on the Pinkercheck, and Pinkercheck may just go down. He has to be careful
could
about the
go
blink
on this.
forwards. Yeah, there's gonna be another Earthbind. It misses. The A Blush should miss. No, but Pinkercheck gets hit by it, and I'm pretty sure Pinkercheck's gonna be taking a lot of damage. A nice multi-calls, nice amounts of Fade Bolts bouncing around, but they didn't hit Ingman, so no damage reduction. They Laguna Blade, one of them, but that's just the Aegis.
Oh.
Teddy is shackled up. Pinkercheck is caught as well. McGraw's trying to see if he can do anything on the sidelines, but there's suddenly a million Meepos. They do doom Ingman, but Ingman's done her work. She gets shallow graved up as well. Does Phantom Assassin have a buyback? No, she
Nice
doesn't. This
shackle
could
for
just be GG. They finally managed to hit a beautiful Light Strike array. Blazemon still doing so much damage. Doom has nothing left except for the Scorched Earth. They do manage to pick him off. German player's gonna go down here too. So a very, very costly hold. Buybacks were involved. And Meepo does finally go down. I don't think they'll catch the AA here, and even if they do, it's not super worth it. He looks like he'll be able to find his way into a TP out. Can they catch him? They do
Oh,
hit
he's
the
done.
Light Strike array, so very dead AA, but I think it's worth it. You got a Rax on that engagement. Sub 25-minute Rax.
it was good, but the Meepo dying was a lot of gold going to the Dire.
Yeah.
The
But
Lina
just,
did have to buy back, but I don't know. I would be a little bit worried if I was Radiant,
yeah.
but that might have just been a misplay. Because I think the Windrunner shouldn't have been that far in, like asking to get Doom, basically, you know? like-
Take a look at the net worth chart. It
So-
went up to 10k and now headed
dipped
back
down,
down. I don't know how far, probably still way over 5k, but it is rough.
They did have to buy back on Lina, but Radiant will probably be a little bit more hesitant on the second go, because they only got the melee.
Yep.
So they're probably just going to ignore
That lane.
for a bit, and then maybe go mid, maybe just get bottom, because that tower is really key at the Roshan control.
Yeah. One of those interesting things where there's no kind of Radiant equivalent to this bottom tower just because
Yeah.
of lack of Roshan. Anyway, it looks like PA's trying to desperately finish up. That Sanjin Yasha is almost there. She might actually just be going BKB next. I'm not super sure. But Ogre Magi...
Yeah, that you might be right. That she might just be going straight KB right now. But I was gonna say Rubik should pick up a gem, and he just bought one, so they're gonna be able to.
Oh, Meepo has the blink poof, and he actually misses a lot of the Earthbinds. It doesn't matter. He has the Sheep Stick, and this is very, very dead Doom. Tries to drop that Shiva's, but with Doom down, they're gonna have to defend without him. He does have buyback, but it looks like this Radiant lineup out of our league, they just want to barrel down mid.
Yeah, he was way out of position there.
Yeah.
Not sure what.
Especially with the lack of map vision, and they are actually
Yeah.
going to take this tier 2 first. Meepo just pooping in all of those people, making weird sounds, and this is a very quick to fall tower. Already a Demon's Edge on Windrunner. She actually isn't finishing up that Silver
Yeah,
Edge.
she just figures that they're owning the PA hard enough that they don't even need the silver edge. So
She might MKB or she might just crits. I'm
yeah,
not sure.
it's probably just MKB.
And the amount
And
of
PA
enemies...
might be dead right now.
Yeah, she very well could be. She might have a way to blink back. She does feel like something's up. There's not going to be a shackle here, though. So, going to be just fine. Although the rotation's making it pretty scary.
So Meepo's going Scotty now. Scotty is always better than Hart, just in case there's any Meepo players in chat. Like, don't buy Hart on Meepo.
How come?
It's not worth it stat-wise. Like, stats on Meepo, or just going Scotty is always better. Like, you get tankier and you get the stats that you want.
And the
So,
IG, right, from the
yeah.
hospital? Okay.
Yeah, and you don't benefit from like one of your Meepos healing really that much. You can like
Yeah.
always send one back. He'll probably get a travels after Scotty, or maybe like Manta style or something.
Yep. So, either way, Windrunner
Manta's
getting...
really strong because you can. Sorry, but Manta's really strong because you can poof to your illusions too. So.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds a little bit OP. So that is, yeah, a lot of options there for the Meepo, a lot of really strong ones, and we can see this side of E's Disciples just held up in their base. Hold up, that's the word I was looking for. Totally stuck. Not really seeing a good way out. Doom does have that level 2 Doom. He's so close to level 16, but he's too scared to go out of the base to find it.
The Ogre actually is going Ags, and I kind of feel like he should have bought like a 4-staff or something because of the clockwork or the
Yules or something. Just more
Yeah.
disables for his team or ways to get them out of trouble.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think that the Ags is gonna do as much as he thinks, or is hoping it will do.
And Ancient Apparition has Ag's Glimmer Cape. He's not actually a higher level. I thought he might be doing a little bit better on the level front just because of the Midas, but he's still only level 12. So that level, that third level in that ulti, it just becomes unbearable with the Agonists.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
lasts
that
for
guy's so
years.
farmed, it's actually nuts.
Yeah. So
His
gonna-
net worth is he high?
He's
up
like
there?
9K,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
he's higher than his clock.
That's what Clock gets for not going a Midas, but he's got his full stuff up. Gonna have his Aghanim's very shortly. He's not doing too shabby himself. So, all of these things working out pretty well for them. And as we said, Meepo, he almost has either that Scotty or that Monta, whatever he wants there. So, and Dazzle almost finishing the medallion, going Glimmer Cape first. I think this makes sense. While it doesn't reduce the damage on the Doom, since that's pure damage, it is something where you can save a teammate just if they don't know where they are. You know, maybe you get the deny off a little bit better. We've got a Yule's up in the Clockwork, but he's got a lot of team backup. He also has the Blade Mail, but he might go down anyway. They have vision of him, as you said, Rubik, with the gem, and the rest of the Radiant might back up. But Windrunner, she's coming in on the backlines. Doom jumping aggressively forwards, doesn't get the center stop off on anyone.
They see Windrunner.
Yeah,
They might
totally...
just all go there.
I don't know if they can catch her though. She does have Windrun coming. It is up, and she has a Shadow Blade, although they do have a gem, but they're not going to know exactly where she's going. We're somehow 18 to 18, and yeah, they back out, so. But now Meepo just soloing Roshan. He is finally back. He is falling so fast. Geo Strike and everything. Oh. Meepo gonna get another Aegis.
Yeah, Meepo's right at the stage that he's like peaking right now, so
And it was the Scotty.
yeah. And they might be able to no, okay.
Yeah. So I am not sure. I mean, even if this game goes super late, I'm not sure a PA is enough to deal with a Meepo Windrunner. Yes, you might have very late. Oh goodness, Windrunner picks up Phantom Assassin inside of their base. Do they have enough to get rid of her? Her Windrunner is on cooldown, so they have a lot. They might just they Laguna Blade her. I was gonna say I don't think the Doom would be worth it to use here, but you need to kill her before she runs away. And
Yeah, that kill was I don't know what he was doing in there, but if he had made it out, it would have obviously been great. But now they can't really push without the Windrunner. Maybe they'll think
I
they
feel
can
like with the Meepo,
Yeah.
they might
Maybe
still
they'll
be
just go
able to
uphill.
push. We're at like a 15k net worth lead for this lineup
Yeah.
of out of our league, and so feeling very secure. Of course, that does mean the rubber band is strong, but you gotta actually be able to kill this Meepo, who's ridiculously fat with that Scotty. Almost 3k health, extra magical resistance. It's one of those things where we often see Aghanim's refresher on Lena's, because not very many carries can stand up to having 850 pure damage thrown at them twice, but this Meepo, 3k health, that tickles him.
Yeah, I don't really see them dealing with Meepo for a couple, like at least 15-20 minutes. PA is like so far behind. She still hasn't really decided if she wants BKB or Saint Ignatia.
Yeah, just saving up. I think
That's
she's worried
actually
about
like
buyback
super
right
bad.
now.
Yeah.
So, feels like she needs one. We've got a pause coming out, giving me an opportunity to see if we've missed any fun item business. Oh, a whole minute of pauses. Okay, so
Oh,
if
dear.
you're E's Disciples, what do you do to get back in this game? Like, is it smoke time? Is it hide and just pray?
I think that it's a little bit too late because they don't have any towers left, so they have to be in their base, right? So if they're not in their base, then Radiant's gonna know, oh, well, then they're smoking. So it's gonna be really hard to pick someone off. The Meepo gives them basically, he doesn't have travels yet, so he's not everywhere on the map, technically, but once he has those, it's gonna be really hard to, like, find someone alone.
Yeah.
And they have 0 wards outside of their, unless I'm missing one? Yeah, 0 wards, so.
Yep.
So they wouldn't even really know where to smoke to, you know, like.
Yeah. And they see this ward up here with the Shiva's God to give them vision, but they're not able to de-ward it because their enemies are too close and they're not feeling safe. And again, this top lane always pushing, as we mentioned, this range racks isn't super valuable, but you know, if you can keep it, you try. So,
Yeah.
In a way,
Radiant are probably gonna go bot right now. They're probably gonna go up the hill.
yeah, the Windrunner is back. They have nothing to fear. German player trying to find a good hookshot angle, so.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go as soon as he gets an angle, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they don't actually have a super deep ward. I was kind of expecting that with how far off the Windrunner was playing earlier, that they might have a super deep vision ward. But nope, and Meepo's just gonna split push, make sure that top Rax goes down. It's certainly gonna be fallen, and yeah, Meepo, he is, albeit not bots level yet, but he's all over the map. So.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well keeping them split to, or at least keeping one in like a convenient location that can get to the rest of his team, but
Yeah. And
they do need to end soon though, I think, because if they give him too much time, Meepo's definitely gonna fall off.
yeah, but I feel like with AA Windrunner backup, you probably feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah, they just smoked, so.
Yeah, and I actually don't know if this smoke is gonna work. They see some Meepos. We've got some action going on. Meepo, never mind. He's just
Ooh, I
poofing on
don't
the
know if
creep
they should
wave.
do this.
I don't know if this is gonna work. The poof's not super long cooldown already. Back up. Let's see. They're gonna find a Dazzler. They're just gonna Doom Dazzler. No, they go for Doom on with a Windrunner. I don't know if that's the right play. Ice Blast mostly
good.
off the mark. Pinkachek does have that BKB. Is he gonna be able to even deal with German players? Somehow they've killed the Dazzle and the Windrunner. Now Doom running around. Teddy's most certainly dead. Lina picks up Clockwork, and holy cow, it's just the Meepo left. He does have Aegis, I think, still, but I'm not 100% sure. They're trying to catch LeBron, but Meepo, he poofs all over Doom's face, and they need to get the hell back in their base on this side of E's Disciples. A good team fight out of nowhere, but they still can't take out the Meepo.
I don't think PA should have bought back there because
Yeah.
they took 3 out, so it wasn't like they could go uphill super crazy
Yeah.
and like take all their X's, but that was like actually really well done. The Lina just like deleted the Dazzle and then Doom recognized that, so he just doomed the Windrunner. They got two kills pretty quick, but then Meepo went off and blinked perfectly to block the Doom.
If they
So, yeah.
had some way out of it, it would have been the perfect thing, but, you know, Meepo inevitably got a few kills there. I still think fantastic trades for them, considering. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the PA did buy
Yeah,
back.
if the PA didn't buy back, I would say that trade was totally worth it, but I think he should have waited until like Meepo went up the hill or something and like thought he really had to buy back.
Yeah. But either way, we're back at that standstill. We have the Aegis being reclaimed very shortly. I don't know if that matters because we can't kill the Meepo regardless.
The Aegis will probably go.
Yeah.
The next Aegis will probably go on somebody else.
Yep.
Like, because Meepo really doesn't need it anymore. He's not even dying now with this one.
So, probably going to be pulsing that on, and they might even just siege, even though they have no Aegis in a few seconds, just because they're so far ahead. You know, you can still feel that lead, and yeah, Aegis is gone. There's the hook shot onto Pinkachek, getting pushed out of the base. Cog's blocking her. She's in a lot of trouble. She does actually manage to do the Light Strike Array of Dreams. She's killed almost one of the Meepos, and the Aegis is down. They might actually be able to kill Meepo here. He finally goes down to that level death, but now the German player is coming in. Pinkachek's Light Strike Array was off the mark. Everybody's got this AAD buff, although somehow the Windrunner, she's actually getting multi-goals to Teddy. Run! And Teddy's gonna be okay, and so somehow, a fantastic trade for them. The Windrunner being alive means they can still siege, but Lina might be able to get right back out here, and there is a relatively short cooldown on this, Laguna Blade. So somehow, against all odds, they hold again. 15k net worth behind, a little bit less now. Look at that experience graph. Is that just Meepo can no longer get experience? Maybe, no, I don't know. I don't know how the experience graph calculates it when someone hits 25.
Yeah, actually, I don't know, but it might. Yeah, does it cut off if like?
So I've heard it still calculates. Oh gosh, Windrunner, Rubik
I'm
does
pretty sure
have a
it does.
gem.
He might just not be farming and giving it to the rest of his team, but.
So they're not able to blink forwards and catch, but Rubik almost running into Windrunner. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, so he didn't quite have vision and not going to be able to get close enough as she wind runs away. But they are holding this on EE's Disciples. Yeah, Phantom Lancer still nowhere near stacked, but you know, Phantom Assassin, Lancer a different hero, much less physically attractive unless you're into cats. But yeah.
He does have a 10-second BKB now, so that's pretty big, but they're really gonna... Like, if you saw, they just put all that onto one Meepo with the Laguna, and...
Yeah,
like,
they got really lucky with the Aegis expiring. Like, they probably
Yeah,
actually
no, that
counted
was
that. So, because
No,
it was
they
like
probably had
right
that
as it
timed.
expired. And we've got 2 out of position Meepo. He does have enough for bots. Yeah, he has the bots. Never mind, he has double bots. He's buying bots level 2. So he might just come back in here.
Oh,
Pink
Lena's
Bishop gets
got that.
shackles. What a shackle of dreams at the immediate doom out onto Ingman and doesn't be able to win run away. They might pick up German player if they can do this before the Meepo comes in. He has TP'd in already. LeBron caught out of position but uses that Glimmer Cape. Gonna stop a lot of the damage, but now there is the shallow grave on him. Meepo's coming in. What can he do? The multicast. I can't believe he got the multicast on the clockwork. Ancient Apparition does fall. Meepo's doing
Oh,
Meepo things, but they Laguna bladed him. They just have to kill this super low Meepo. Can they do it? They did
Really
it.
well done.
This is a huge swing. I wouldn't be surprised if this is over 5k for EE's Disciples.
Yeah, that was
Oh my
what
gosh,
I'm
it's
talking about. Like, once
7k.
Meepo
Dire's
makes a
middle
couple
tower
mistakes
is
and
under
let the
attack.
team get back to, like, the... like, even items and stuff.
And I think really really smart to engage while the Meepo was respawning because of course he had to TP back into
Yeah.
this fight and he was just there a little bit too late. Windrunner and Clockwork dead before he can do anything. Oh, beautiful play by EE's Disciples. You know, they had a really shaky start, weren't super prepared for the Meepo, but they're getting back in this. I don't know if they can pick a Rax off of this. Of course, a lot of buybacks. I think they should try
This
and...
was, 2, like, basically almost 3 minutes of no farming from Meepo.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't really need farm anymore, but, like, yeah, he's falling behind compared to a lot of people. Because look at his items right now, he only needs... can only fit, like, one more.
Yep.
So-
And this experience graft is actually in favor of EE's Disciples. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's because
they're
Meepo
catching up.
can't 25 anymore, but...
It might be a bug, like...
Yeah. Oh, it also could be the Meepo how they split it bug. And it's gonna be a short Roshan. Who does this... I feel like because they're still a little bit behind on EE's Disciples and they didn't actually force a buyback there, they actually wanted a longer Roshan, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if the,
Dire's structures
they
are
probably don't realize... Yeah, they're not gonna get this time, so... They don't have anything to check it from range unless Rubik stole rockets, I'm not sure, but...
And he
Oh,
doesn't.
he actually has Ice Vortex,
Yeah,
that's
that can
fine,
see
but-
it, so... I don't know if you want to be over there, even with their minimal ward vision. I don't know if that's the
Yeah,
spot.
now that Meepo's up, it's definitely probably not the place to fight. And they just smoked on Radiant, so they're probably gonna go check rush.
Yep.
Well, they have the rocket there, so they might just go into the jungle.
Yeah, we're at the point
Yeah,
in the
they
game...
just saw that it spawned, so...
Yeah. We're at the point in the
Or
game
maybe they
where
didn't see
one kill, yeah, I think could be just winning the game for out of
Yeah,
the league.
one... Let's see, buybacks... So yeah, no buyback on PA, which is pretty big.
Yeah, she has it coming off cooldown, but even then she needs extra gold. The smoke not going to amount to anything, but still a good attempt.
If PA dies, it's game over,
Yeah,
pretty sure, without buyback.
I 100% agree. I feel like if any of them die, it's game over. We're at the point of the game where out of our league can still afford to make a couple of mistakes. EE's Disciples have no mistakes that they can make though, and another Aegis going to be picked up. I wonder who it's going to be going on. Roshan just falling as if he's not the big raid boss that we all know and love. So he's going to go down. And they actually put it on the Meepo, I guess, concerned with
Yeah,
his
he had
last few
space.
team fights.
He had power tech
Oh,
still,
we have a
so-
really long-range
Oh, wow.
hookshot in, and then the immediate bots level 2 onto him. This is an ag- oh no, he doesn't even have the ags yet. I thought he had it. Mistakes were made, apparently, but this high ground, it's gonna be really rough for EE's Disciples to defend, and I don't know if BKB, Demon's Edge, Yasha gonna be enough. Gonna have to hope for some crit daggers. Monkey King Ball has been finished on the Wind Ranger for a while. Her farm progression also seems stagnated. Pinkacheck is caught out of position, turned into a piggy. He needs someone to save him. They can't see him, but this IA blast. Oh, actually, she's pushed out of it. Doom taking a lot of damage. I have no idea who is doomed up. Looks like he's used that. They're working on Blaze when they use the level death, and it's actually
Well
working out. Level death, doing good work, and now they might even kill off the Dazzle, who drops a gem, and they've got Meepo in their base. I don't know if that's what they wanted. They blow him up. What the shit just killed him? Was that a multicast?
Actually, with the Ice Vortex that's on Rubik, and then the, like, 2 multicasts from Ogre with, The Fire Blast and
Oh
the
my
Unrefined.
gosh.
It's actually a ton of damage with 30% more magic penetration. They're gonna get AA too.
Oh my gosh, they might get a. Rubik might go down here though. Shackle doesn't latch, but here comes the rest of Rubik's team, and Ingman is suddenly like, aw shit. Maui does get frozen. He's might go down to just to the Frostbite. Actually, probably will.
They're
Sucks to
actually
be
wasting
you.
a ton of time.
But yeah, this is really good for the Radiant actually because they're not. Oh, Maui gets picked off in the back lines. The cape comes out. They pick off Windrunner as well. They're working on a tier 1. What is going on? It has no backdoor protection. I get it, guys, but what are you doing? And you're just gonna refresh the glyph. AA goes down in the back lines, but not quite sure why they worked on a tier 1. And yeah,
they're losing. I don't know about that.
I also, once they glyphed it, would have gone somewhere else, just because you don't refresh the glyph that way, but maybe just not feeling like they have the time to force out mid.
Well, just chasing that long, like, on those two people.
Either way, a big swing. We're almost back down to 0 net worth difference between these two teams after that disastrous fight for out of our league.
Yeah, Meepo has died 3 times in a row, just like over and over.
Yeah. And again, we're not sure if we can trust this experience graph with a Meepo, but apparently 10,000 net worth or net experience lead in favor of EE's Disciples. Checking their levels, this actually could be true because of all the grouping up. Dazzle is super underleveled, as is the Clockwork.
Well, at this point, like, Meepo hasn't even gotten any experience in the past, like, since like 35 minutes, so, I mean, this would make sense.
So, either way, we're gonna be seeing Meepo is back on the deck. That reduced death timer, working out for him.
And PA is getting to the point that she can deal with Meepo. In
She
a
is
couple
still
hits, like
squishy.
couple lucky crits.
I
Yeah,
feel
she's
like-
squishy, but
what do you
like,
go?
Meepo doesn't have anything to get rid of. Yeah, they don't have Silver Edge, right? So
No, the Windrunner
like,
hasn't
she's still
completed
got
it yet.
that evasion.
So,
But he has MKB on Windrunner, so they don't deal with that. I think Wind Ranger needs that BKB for the next fight.
we've got a smoke coming out of our league. I don't think this is by any means. I still feel like they have are able to make more mistakes, especially since E's Disciples haven't been pushing. But oh, do we have the circle? No, they're not smoked. Okay, we don't
They
have the
see that?
circle smokes.
No, they don't see this. There's no wards anywhere.
So, oh, they don't see the gem. What happened to the gem actually?
Oh, the courier grabbed it.
Oh, and they checking for wards on this side of E's Disciples. Their ogre might get caught out. No, it's nighttime. Nobody's gonna be going on him. So we're gonna
There's
be.
gonna be an Octarine soon on the Lina, and
I'm a bit surprised she went that and not Refresher, but I think it works. It's why not both? You know, why not all of them?
yeah, well, basically one not both. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Windrunner, she actually got the
might be
shackle
dead.
out on Doom, but I think she's way too far out. She's lifted. Where is this multicast? Lina already picked up somehow by Meepo. I completely missed that German player. He's hookshotted in. A lot of people
going
getting
good.
really
Double
low. Lina buys back immediately. Meepo walking on the racks. They fortified it. German player taking a lot of damage from that Doom. Meepo being forced out of their base. He actually didn't quite get the tier 3, but it's at 43 health. It's not a big deal. German player does go down to the Doom, it looks like. I
Okay,
didn't
so
think it would be
Meepo-
enough.
When Meepo activates a double damage around like 500 AoE or something, and like all his Meepos are there, he gets it on all of them. So I think he should have just gone
Are
to
you
the
sure?
fight.
That sounds
Yeah.
bloody broken.
Yeah, if it's on like if there's just one that's picks up the rune, it only goes on one. But if all of the Meepos are on top of the rune when he picks it up, it goes on all of them. So he was attacking the tower with like 5 Meepos double damage, but I'm pretty sure he should have been in the fight. Like I get he wanted to make space, but that was a little
was
sketchy.
A pretty big fight, although they did use
Yeah.
the Lina buyback, and that not only puts her further away from her Octarine, it means that she won't have it for the next push. E's Disciples need to wait out these buybacks now. Although
Oh, she did buy back. Okay.
Yeah, and Aegis has expired naturally. So although I can't remember whether they took him down, it feels like it's been years since the Lost Roshan, even though we're only 45 minutes into this game. Just a surprisingly long
I'm pretty
game.
sure he died with Aegis the last fight. Like
Yeah,
2 fights ago.
it feels like it. There's been so much
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
And
it's
Meepo
what
actually maybe thinking of doing a gank on the Phantom Assassin. There was a change to Sheep. Does it now still disable passives or not when they're in that
No,
Sheep form?
he can't. Yeah, he'll still miss on PA when.
So
And he got the Manta style, so that's a lot of split push. He can definitely take the base if he lets it. Like if he's alone, he'll 100% be able to take the base, like, just by himself. But that's always sketchy. And they might not have seen the Manta styles. They might like waste some stuff on these 2 illusions top. Actually, that might be big.
Yeah, I feel like they have to know there are 2 illusions just because there are 2 of them. Yeah, they're gonna throw this out, and he
Yeah,
knows.
I'm sure they know. Okay.
So, but maybe Meepo comes. No, okay, they're good. I was hoping maybe Meepo comes in, does something funky, but no such plays today. So everything's just gonna really calm it down. Yeah. Again, we're going to that kind of stalemate position. We see this in long games, and AA gonna walk right into Teddy, and Teddy more like walking into AA, getting hook-shotted in. I don't know if they want to fight here. Teddy does use the Glimmer Cape. I don't know if they have vision. Teddy is gonna take an Ice Blast to the face, but maybe this is the right time to fight. The returned multicolours from the Lotus Orb. Beautiful.
Oh,
Teddy is dead, killed by those Meepo illusions. McGraw gonna make quick work of them, but I think with the AA Blast down, you have to think about fighting here. And they don't go for
so
it.
sad.
Lotus Orb on AA doing work. I'm much more of a fan of the Octarine, but clearly Lotus Orb is good too. And without Teddy, without his multicalls, which have been instrumental in taking out Meepo, this hold might be difficult.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he used his stun on the guy who was Lotus Orb, but I guess he thought it was gonna expire soon.
It does have a bit of a cost point. Like, I don't see when it was applied and so on. I didn't catch when it was applied exactly. So I don't know if he was casting it and then the Lotus Orb came out.
No, it was already on him, but the
Okay,
he just
mistakes were
got
made.
unlucky because he time 3 multicast himself, and I don't know if it re-rolls for himself or if it just applies the same exact thing, but that was a little bit unfortunate because he was also had the Ice Blast effect on him, so he took a ton of damage.
Now, we've got gems on both teams. We even, I think, have another gem in the game somewhere, but oh no, okay, just gems on both teams. We're gonna be seeing what happens. I'm surprised it went to a stalemate and they didn't bother pushing. Meepo just doing, I have a Manta, I will split push.
This stalemate, like, 100% is all on, like, all favors of Dire. Like, Radiant are falling pretty far behind.
Oh, Meepo almost takes that tower with his illusion, so he can very slow siege, but as you said,
Yeah,
we're
15-0.
seeing them falling behind, and it's still somehow an even game. I don't want to advocate it at this late, but like, to deal with something like the Meepo and how these team fights are going, is a Battle Fury ever useful, or is it just absolute shit? I mean, it ignores evasion on the cleave, maybe will help you kill, but...
At this point, no, don't go Battle Fury, but it's always a decision early game if you want to do it or not. Like, it definitely would have helped him farm a lot faster this game, because it took him a while to get to the point where he needed to be. But, I guess it... But this game, no. Actually, it wouldn't have been a good idea, because the, just the way it was going, they were behind.
Yeah, you can't do it when
so,
you're behind.
yeah.
There's no space. You're too squishy. You're not actually going to have the space to farm. So either way, McGraw is getting big. Hasn't actually bought a new item in a while other than the BKB. I
think he will go, Abyssal.
Yeah.
He might get, like... He might think he needs to finish on St. Josh, but that would be horrible. I hope he doesn't do that, so...
The other thing to have a look at is Meepo has 5k, Doom has 4k, you know. This ward getting dewarded. A lot of people in this game, a lot of gold, not just for buyback, I think. We're gonna see some huge items coming out. If you're Doom this game, you go on Refresher? Like, what's...
Yeah, you're gonna sell the Midas in a second and buy Refresher, I'm pretty sure.
Midas? That's so sad.
Yeah, but I think he needs... he just needs the space, so...
Okay. Well,
Refresher Doom is so strong, like... It's basically ridiculous, actually.
I mean, you can't do it to... It's not as good against the Meepo, of course, but it's going to be fantastic. If you could take the Windrunner and the Dazzle out of these fights, or the Windrunner and the AA, they seem to have...
I think you doom one of the Meepos and then one of the Windrunners, and then, like, that whoever gets doomed, you all just, like, kill that Meepo. So they're gonna get Roche again. So.
Yeah. This is a cheese Roshan. There have already, I thought, been some cheese Roshans. I actually kind of go for it. What's happening up here? Doom popped his BKB and he's huge. A big mistake coming out there. The Bloodlust making him huge, but I'm really scared now for this side of E's Disciples. We're getting to the crunch time. They don't have towers in mids. They don't have that top lane of towers, of course.
That'll suck if, like, all of this once goes to nothing, because they definitely were making a big comeback, but...
Happens to the best of us, though. So.
Yeah, totally.
We can't always win all the games that we hold out super well. AA getting rich as well. I like the Octarine core on AA, but it's just a personal preference. He'll probably go it eventually. I do think this Lotus Orb doing work against a lot of these single target
Lotus
spells.
Orb is so good against Ogre.
Also, it debuffs, right? It gets rid of buff.
Yeah, it purges.
Yeah, it purges when it's applied. So there are a few things you could get rid of here, a few slows and so on, which could be helpful. Or making sure that Lina can't use that Laguna Blade on a low target unless she wants to get low herself.
I think it purges like telekinesis and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's big.
Poja's-
That's a big deal.
And they can purge Yules, but the application point on that is really funny, so it looks weird.
Yeah, you have to get it when they're going
Yeah.
up. I'm not sure, but
So, but it'll purge the slow on the dagger, and so on. I don't actually know. You know the Phantom Strike? Is that a buff on PA or a debuff on the enemy that she's attacking them first? I think it's a buff on PA.
I think so. Yeah.
So not gonna be getting rid of
Oh
any
yeah,
of
it
that
won't
funky
purge.
stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's only on that target. But I think he might go sheepstick.
Oh, he did
actually, on
Bloodlust the ranged racks. Look, they're big for like 1 more second.
range, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's shrinking back down. I think a
What's the point
multicast
of
hit
that?
it.
Does that do anything,
No,
or-
no,
oh,
it
just-
just makes it
okay,
big.
okay.
I'm pretty sure a multicast hit it now because they're around. It kind of is maybe actually enough to saving your base as the ogre. You can see he's buffed up this tower as well. It's
Yeah,
gonna shrink.
accent, like, I don't like that because it's like a chance to put it on that instead of like
Yeah.
your heroes.
You just
Kinda
gotta
weird.
position better. You're gonna be like, allies, come to the multicast room. Get away from the ziggurats, I believe I'm constantly told. Apparently that's what they're called in Dota 1. I have a friend who's very pedantic about this. But either way, this stalemate lasting for what seems like years, even if they manage to wait for the Aegis to expire, they still have to worry about the bloody cheese.
Yeah, the Radiant seem like they have the stuff to go.
The
Do they have
cheese
2
is on
cheeses now?
clock.
Or?
No, they just have the one.
Yeah,
but it's on clock. I'm a little bit surprised by this.
Well, like the Aegis is on Windrangers, so I think that's fine. Like, I guess you would put it on Dazzle or something, but I don't know. I think that in a couple patches you're gonna see that cheese is targetable. I'm pretty sure that will be a buff soon.
You mean so that you can feed other people the cheese?
No, you can just like use it like you can like control click a cheese onto somebody.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
like
that'll
with
be
mangoes.
changed. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things, you know, if you're ever playing with someone who's upset, this is Llama's advice while this game takes forever, because Meepo's trying to slow siege these ranged racks, but they're killing the illusions. When I'm in a game and my teammates are maybe a little bit upset, you know, maybe things aren't going our way, I force feed them mangoes. I find it's a very effective way to calm people down. You're just like, oh look,
That's the
have fun
best
in
way
your
to make
face.
sure you get the Aegis. You give him your stick right before you pick it
Yeah.
up, and
I actually
my-
do that
Andre
too.
actually does that. My roommate's not here actually. I was gonna flame him, but
But we all have these horrible, bad habits. Either way, this game is still at a stalemate. We can see
Yeah,
the
they're
net worth
just-
is climbing, actually, for the Radiant, just because they're able to farm everywhere. But nobody
so she's getting the
winning.
Basher on PA.
And I think
She's
they
still
Abyssal.
saving for buyback.
She can certainly pick someone off, especially if she can get it off onto
Oh, yeah.
the Windrunner before she... Actually, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if she Windruns.
Yeah,
So-
she has every way to deal with Windranger right now, and unless Meepo. See, this is the point. Meepo's like weak now, right? Because he can't pick anybody else.
He's also
like,
about to lose the bloody Aegis. I don't know why they didn't properly siege. Although the slow siege is slowly, very slowly working. I'm worried that the PA will get big. She has, I think it's a 9-second? Oh, 7-second, never mind, I'm super wrong. He
They need
finally
crit
can-
on Windranger, and they need travels on Windranger.
Yeah.
I think that's the next step for them, but PA is pulling ahead.
And the refresher
Starting
is up
to-
on Doom. Let's take a quick
Oh,
look at our
boy.
buyback status again. Everybody on the Dia has buyback, only 3 on the Radiant, although it's all of their cores, and that's always super powerful to have. Net worth almost not a big deal at this point. Windrunner, she's actually playing really far up, and they ping her out. I don't think they thought that was the real one.
I don't know why she didn't finish BKB, but I guess she just thinks she doesn't need it anymore, or it's like useless because of Doom. But it's like getting stun locked is a pretty big deal against
Yeah,
Ogre.
or lifted into a bad
Yeah.
position, like, it's all good things. So,
So Aegis is dead
yep.
now.
Aegis has expired. Roshan looks like he's gonna be a short one. Yeah, 10 minutes. No, that's long. I can maths. 10 minutes long, Roshan. We got some nice Ogre Magi ogering coming out. And this game is still in the even. Okay, so how do you think this team fight's gonna go down?
They might just like go mid or go bottom and then like let the Meepo go to the other wave and like try and split them. Or they are just gonna run at them with a clockwork hook shot and then like with a Meepo TP on top of that, which could go horribly wrong because Doom has got. Oop,
They
and
popped
he
the
missed
Lincolns, but then there's another one. They're beginning things. It looks like the Lotus Orb is up as well. Top, he can't drop his Doom. He needs to be able to Doom someone. He's gonna Doom German player from the looks of things. He has a BKB, but Inman taking a lot of damage at the same time. Buildings being destroyed by the Meepo. Meepo doesn't give a shit about the team fight. Just gonna die everyone. Ingman going down the Mr. Clockwork goes down, but I think our top is gonna go down as well. That came out wrong. We've got a nice light strike array onto the Meepo, and he's gonna go down as well. So they did defend their racks. Doom is somehow running around, and oh, he eats a creep. He's gonna kill a bloody Pelican. Does have a shallow grave, does have a glimmer cape. Doom not gonna see this, just gonna searing ground the
He's gonna
earth, but
kill the
Pelican-
AA top too.
Oh my gosh. Yes, AA is gonna tick out. Radiant Courier even dies. Huge hold.
This was
Pelican's
really well
probably
done.
gonna eventually die. Somebody needs to push though for our side of EE's Disciples. Somebody
Wow.
needs to get their push on. And
That was
yeah.
a 5-man wipe. That was like perfect. I guess they did exactly. They like went mid and then Meepo went bot and then like they put all of their stuff onto the Wind Ranger or the Clockwork to try and get them to use like.
Yeah.
And they actually did Laguna himself. Like the Lina
Yeah,
did
she
Laguna
used it
himself,
anyway.
But it doesn't matter though. Like it worked out fine.
So,
It
Doom-
was. That was kind of confusing because
Radiant's
Doom. I thought Doom was gonna Doom Wind Ranger and then he doomed AA.
Yeah,
But it worked out fine. That
Not
was
only
funny.
did he doom the AA, he just like clock was on him and he was just waiting, and I was like,
Yeah.
I know you don't want to pop the Lincolns or the Lotus Orb, but waiting so long, and he's like, nah, I got this, I'm tanky.
Yeah.
So Doom somehow lives. They're gonna get at least a Rax here, and we're finally seeing them outside of their base on E's Disciples doing so well at this hold. Doom's just up, eating mega creeps in his base. Lena's gonna be, oh, she's actually not gonna bother finishing off the ranged, I guess, too worried about these respawn timers, and
Yeah,
Wonder-
at this point, you've come this far, play super safe.
yeah. And they are now
They
not.
still need those towers too, the tier 2s.
Yeah, they're not in the lead, but they're certainly in a
Oh.
better position than they
Yeah,
have
good
been.
hook shot.
Oh, she does actually get, but she can just leap out with that blink strike, so... Yeah, we're gonna be seeing everything calm down again. As we said, we know this Roshan, well, I actually wanted to see, it told me that Roshan was spawning at 9, and so I don't know whether that is actually changed. Meepo though,
I
he's
have
maybe
no
looking
clue
for
how
someone. Normally it
Roshan
randoms by the time it hits 8, that's why I'm looking at it. No,
Oh, it
and
just showed me.
yeah, so now it's
Right,
10-minute
so
Roshan.
2 minutes? 10 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it said, so I guess the Roshan will spawn in is also, so it doesn't RNG at 8 minutes. That is not important or terribly interesting. Meepo is 6 slotted, he has nothing. Do you sell the Blink at this point and go something else maybe?
I don't think so. Blink is like too crucial to like the whole idea of the hero basically, but
He is playing him now as this kind of like throw your bodies at the racks and get something though. Maybe
Yeah,
you want something
that's
that
what
helps with that?
that's what I was trying to say like earlier. This is what happens. Like Meepo can't really go 1v1 with somebody like PA anymore because he just can't deal with it. He might even he won't go Ethereal Blade. That's like too late for that.
Yeah.
But
Although
Yeah,
you
and
could
he
maybe
has
use
the-
it to disable Phantom Assassin after her BKB's worn out.
yeah, but without Blink, it's like not even worth it really. I guess he could like drop Manta and then like go back for E-Blade or something, but it's all theory crafting. Like he might, he's probably just gonna stick with those items for the rest of the game.
We had like an attempt at Glimmer Cape initiation by our Ogre Magi, and yeah, your mic just made a funny sound, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I'll just talk over the sound because I'm loud. The courier for the Radiant does respawn. Let's quickly take a look at items because everybody's getting close to that 6th slot. I think finally Ingman on that Windrunner is making the BKB. Actually, they have an engagement. They caught out of position Pingvachek. Pingvachek's gonna go down. Does have
Oh, wow.
buyback. Hasn't popped it immediately, but they threw everything at that Lina, and she exploded like a pumpkin that you've put in liquid nitrogen and then you hit with a baseball bat, because that's what I do. Anyway, this could be their opportunity for the side of out of our league to do, but the Doom blinks in aggressively onto the Meepos. What the shit just happened? We have an Abyssal Blade onto the Meepos. He does get life shallow graved up, and now Doom taking a lot of damage, but McGraw probably going to be able to finish off this Meepo. Meepo finally falls. Windrunner in, doing Windrun things, has the Lotus Orb and the Lincolns in the back lines. People taking a lot of damage. Dazzle goes down. Windrunner seems to blow up, but I don't know what
we got the
exactly I
shackle.
saw there.
He
We've got
can
a
take
shackle.
it down, yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful shackle. She picks up the Phantom Assassin, but the multicast and the Laguna Blade just to make sure. They have the 4v3. They now need to watch out as well for poor Mr. Doom. Pingvachek is back in this with the buyback. Mid, Rax goes down. German player putting Alina into a lot of trouble. There's a buyback, but she's actually forced
What
out of the
is going
things.
on?
She's gonna get deaded though. There's gonna be so many buybacks. PA buying back as well. Life? What? The stolen shallow grave onto Ping Protect. Can she do anything? No, she's probably gonna fall. Suddenly, huge amounts of sounds. I do not know what the hell just happened in Dota.
Whoa.
I don't know if you heard that. Did you?
Yeah, what was that?
I think that's reborn bugs. We have, somehow they have to hold with all of these buybacks. They're going back in McGraw. I don't think you can go in there. McGraw's gonna fall. She doesn't have buyback.
Oh, no.
This could be GG. I don't think they have a way out. They're multi-casting illusions. Teddy's gonna fall most likely here to the Meepo. They're gonna at least lose 2 racks. Doom could come back in, but he has nothing. He's actually fighting off to the side, trying to use that BKB to hold. Teddy does have multi-cast. He's almost gonna pick off the clockwork, but not enough with that Lotus Orb proc, and this could just be GG. Suddenly, it's all gone for E's Disciples. I don't think they're gonna call the GG, but I don't know if they have another 90-second hold in them.
Oh dear.
And they do call the GG, and that's it.
That's
And
so sad.
it was a beautiful hold, but it just wasn't enough against this. It wasn't enough against this lineup of out of our league, and that's going to be it for this best of 3. Out of our league's going to advance, continue on to that lower bracket final in the Join Dota League. E's Disciples are unfortunately out, as much as we all enjoy seeing E's D. But yeah, once again, I'm Llama Down Under. I've been joined by the wonderful KVO. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know if you have some final words on the match.
I'm just so depressed. I totally thought they were gonna come back and win that. That was.
Me too. I thought we were going to a game 3. I was so
That
excited.
was like a hectic, crazy fight for the last one, but that was good. It was fun. This was my first cast, so
Yeah.
thanks for having me.
You did excellently. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure the people watching were just like, what the hell is this game?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Once again, I'm Llama Down Under. I would love your feedback on how to get better. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, as all of those names. Would love to hear how to be a better caster. And if you'd like to plug anything or do any shout-outs.
Let's see. My plugs are. I probably have to change my names and my stuff before I plug stuff. But yeah, shout outs to YJ and the boys, in blue, and then yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We'll be going just to the splash screen and so on, and we're done for the day. So peace out, everyone.
See ya.